Hello everybody, welcome to another episode on the channel. Today I wanted to talk about what is a block. So this is for anyone who's a bit misunderstood about what block really means. You know, you hear a lot about block training and just it gets thrown around a lot, but I thought some people don't know the basics and they might try and fly before they can walk. And when it comes to designing any program for any athlete, knowing what a block is, what it consists of, and its purpose really, I think is imperative to any coach or even yourself. Now, most people designing a program, it's from the week to week. It's from their Monday to Sunday. What kind of split are you on? What days do you do? What muscles do you train? However, a block is future planning. It's planning ahead, if you will. So a block usually consists of about 4 weeks, or usually maybe like 4 to 8 weeks, depending on your sport. Are you in prep? Are you, in off season, or however your coach likes to do it? Mainly, I only see 4-week blocks, unless you're in a prep phase, then it might be an 8-week or 6-week block. But for regular training, 4-week blocks is about, the perfect number for it. Usually every 4 weeks you want to change things around anyway. Right, so what is it and how does it look? So essentially, I'm going to put on screen for you now. So this is just an example of what a 4-week block looks like. And all it is just a planned routine for the next 4 weeks of what you are going to achieve. Now, you might not be able to, do everything and the plan might change, but it's planning ahead so that you know where you're going. See, when you only plan to train 7 days at a time, progressing over a period of time gets rather difficult because you don't actually know where you left off and where you're picking up from. You're just kind of going session to session. However, having a whole month ahead of plan and designing it to a point where we know where we're going to start, and by the end of it, we're going to go, we're going to get from 5 reps on a certain weight and we want to get that to 7 reps by the end of the block. So it's really good for short-term goals, like a singular block. Not only that, but depending on what athlete you may be, they're going to have different purposes. So you might have, let's say powerlifting is the easiest one to explain. If you're in an off season, most likely your blocks are going to consist of a lot of hypertrophy training, more volume based, higher exercise selections. And the main goal of it is to build muscle, build reps, build a higher level of fatigue resistance, stuff like that. And then when it comes towards competition, you start having less exercise selection and you start getting a bit more focused on the sport itself. So they're really good you can manipulate them exactly how you need to. So 4 weeks, you assess it, and you might go, right, we need another 4 weeks of hypertrophy training, and then we're 8 weeks out from the meet at that point. Let's do 4 weeks of strength training and kind of gearing up, getting a bit heavier, and then let's do a 4-week peak. Something like that for an example. So it's just a layout to plan your training with. It's nothing complicated. It's not a style of training. So within a block, you might be able to do undulating periodization, concurrent periodization, linear, reverse linear. The block is just the organization of that training. That's all it is. But the benefits of this are there's so much to keep track of when training, right? So I'm just as bad at it as keeping up with all my sets, reps, what I've done, what I've accomplished. By having a small layout of what you've got to do for the month, planning ahead and having an idea of the weight you're going to aim to hit by the end of those 4 weeks, not only gives you a purpose because you're like, right, these 4 weeks, you look at the end of it and you might be a bit nervous that you might not get it, or it might be a bit heavy, maybe a new PR, a rep PR that you've never got. But you know it's coming and you're preparing to do that. Whereas week to week, not really having an idea of what you're truly going for, you're kind of walking around aimlessly. So honestly, definitely get on top of your programming and training. I'm a massive nerd, so I'm all down for it. But for any athlete, whether you're a boxer, rugby player, even play golf, there's purposes to this layout of organisation. So that's a block. That is pretty much all it is. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you liked the video, please put a like on or even comment. It means the absolute world to me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.